Hey, people, Tuesday, 2 weeks before E Day. What I mean by E Day, Election Day, folks. 2 weeks. Something else. How's everybody doing? It's been a I don't know it's been a crazy week. Just 2 days in it. I don't know. Just and some of the things I've been thinking about. How why do we accept so much craziness? And I went and cast my absentee vote, kind of reluctantly. I'm gonna tell you why. You probably know if you follow me anywhere online, you understand why I say reluctantly. Um, People, contrary to what I'm talking, and I'm criticizing all the leaders. I'm criticizing all the media, especially about the vote. And we sit there and accept the bullshit that's down there. I'm not saying that we shouldn't vote, but what I'm saying to you, we ought to know who we're voting for, what we are voting for, why we're voting for. This is not, it's just a lot of stuff that we accept down the pipe to be compliant, and that there's so much of us are compliant to be comfortable because we want our little world to be comfortable for what it is, but yet we want to scream about change. Well, change cannot come about unless you're willing to risk it all. And a lot of y'all ain't willing to risk it all. Y'all want y'all's little three hots in a cot, y'all's uh, little retirement that you barely can do anything with. You want all those kind of things, but yet you still want change. Change is doesn't happen that way. Change is almost like warfare. Some wigs gotta get split. Okay, I'm gonna be blunt to the point about it. You cannot have change without somebody getting that ass kicked. Okay, that just not is not human nature. It's not what's going to be. But it's too many of us are comfortable about what's going on, especially with the presidential vote. Okay, there's a chance that this regime administration could steal the the vote just because about how the electorals are set up, especially if there's a contested vote. There's all that kind of stuff. We keep using popular vote and electoral vote in the same breath. Stop this shit. I wish media. I wish MSNBC, CNN, everybody stop using both of those things in the same context because they got nothing to do with one another. Okay, it's like anything else. We accept so much bullshit out here, even in our jobs. Okay, and then we complain about it, but we're not willing to risk all to do anything. Why? There's no need in complaining about something if you ain't willing to speak out about it. Risk everything. Risk losing friends, family, whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. Because my attitude is about this: if those people are they're not part of the solution, part of the problem, I don't need them in my life in the first fucking place. I mean that shit. You cannot have change without, to me, you cannot have change without busting some ass. And sometimes it means physical ass. Um, I wouldn't have stood by being the mayor of Michigan and this fat fucker talking shit and having my family threatened. I'd have threatened him. FBI could have come. But I'd be goddamn if I would have stood by and let him threaten and do that shit. And what is this, Wisconsin fool? People trying to plan on. I said you better tighten up on that fat fucker in the White House. You better tell him to slow his roll. See, he gonna fuck with the wrong family, and they gonna pop his ass before we even get through this election. Okay, y'all can take that as you want. I'm glad I'm not in a political thing. I'm glad I'm not of a family because anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Try that shit with me. I ain't with it. That's bullshit. And we accept so much shit because we want comfortableness. And we're in a stage right now. It's a big fucking wake up call to what's going on. Even in our jobs, even in everything, marketing. We need to speak out when we see something wrong. We can't just let things go by. I don't understand it. Let me go upstairs. I don't want to go in another. I want to do my haul. I haven't done this in a long time. But a lot of y'all don't understand this because y'all taught to be compliant. And to me, if you're not saying much about why, our elections are bullshit. Our president, let me be very detailed. Our presidential election is bullshit. We are have the wool pull over our eyes. We pile up in these damn lines and we say bullshit stuff like, oh, people died for the right to vote. No, the fuck they didn't. Black people didn't have the right to vote whether they protested or not. Okay? People did not die the right to vote. They just died. People died just to have freedom. Voting was the last fucking thing on there from my mind. I get tired of black people regurgitating that shit. That was the last damn motherfucking thing people were thinking about was their right to vote. Because voting wasn't going to give you any power in the first fucking place. This is what y'all don't understand. This is why I get tired of all you so-called leaders out here. You don't actually vote for anybody. Okay? Let's get fucking real. Why would you die for the right to vote when you're not voting for the candidates that you think you're voting for? When you're voting for a particular electorate. And that's been what the Electoral College was set up for. Back then, you didn't even have the right to vote. So when you had the right to vote, you still didn't have the right to vote. Do any of y'all understand that? You don't have, you have the right of the action to vote. You have the right to make you think you have a say in the vote. You cannot say that you are voting. Bringing your word to the voting thing when it's based off of electorates. If it's not, that's like if I ask for Coca-Cola, okay, but you give me Pepsi and try to pass it off as Coca-Cola. That's what the presidential election is like. We think we're voting for Joe Biden. We think we're voting for Kamala Harris, or you think you're voting for Donald Trump. You're not voting for none of them people. You're voting for those electors. Why would you sit and be obliged to that? We're the only goddamn country in the fucking so-called free world that votes like that. But we don't want to say we are a free democracy and everything. That's the most hypocritical, ass backward motherfucking thing I've ever seen. I feel like now, look at really when you start examining things, or none of these people are nothing but compliance to a system that's corrupt as fuck. And we're supposed to just sit by it and say, oh, you got to get out and vote, but we ain't voting for the right people. And another thing, if we got a say in the vote, people, if we got a say in anything in the vote, why is there a need to have electorals vote again, truly to solidify a vote on December 14th? Think about it. How many do you guys know this? But y'all sit there Nobody's put on the ballot. Nobody's saying anything to get rid of the electoral college. Why is it? Maybe, and I'm not a fan of that fat fucker in the White House, but maybe he's right about how the whole voting, this presidential vote, is really skewed against the people. It's like making you think you have a say. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, why are they suppressing the vote? They ain't suppressing the vote. A lot of y'all a lot of y'all probably never played Monopoly. Monopoly's a game. Park Place and all that other shit. This is why Democrats lose a lot of elections, because they don't understand the art of misdirection and stuff. Our government's been playing the art of misdirection since time immemorial, especially with the presidential vote. And with a lot of different other things we don't understand. They've been doing it art of misdirection with religion. They've been doing the art of misdirection with our political system. They've been doing the art of misdirection with our educational system. But we sit there and go, oh, well, okay. Oh, well, okay. And we don't say nothing about it. I need to go back downstairs because my charger, my thing is, charge is going off. Why is it? Why is it? You afraid of your job, your retirement gonna get taken away if you say something. Your retirement may get taken away, regardless if you say nothing or not. Let it get taken away based off of you understanding what's going on. But a lot of y'all don't, or you're just okay. I'm gonna just say it, or you just about a lot of damn things. Okay, why is it that we sit there and let shit happen? And then bitch about certain things. I don't understand. Personally, I don't understand what Ice Cube was getting ready to say. I never was a big fan of Ice Cube in the first place. I ain't got nothing against him, but what was he trying to say to people, or to? You had a bunch of ministers already met with the Trump administration and do shit. What was he thinking? Telling that he wanted to meet with Biden. Biden didn't have no power. They're not in power. Meeting with them wouldn't have meant shit. They can't do shit until if they win or not win. The only people that were going to have power to say so anything would have been Trump. But why go to Trump to say, I got this is what I want for the black folks? That's not even what the presidency is about, folks. You guys, black folks gotta get up off. We gotta quit asking for this. The only people that are gonna help black people is gonna be black people. The only people that help Latinos are gonna be Latinos or Afro Latinos or whatever your ethnicity is. Every ethnicity, regardless of what happened to them, has helped their own. Let's cut out the shit. We know that burned down a Black Wall Street. I know all about that shit. Okay, that should still let you not achieve. If we let all those type of situations stop us from doing stuff, we might as well slit our throats. We always bouncing our heads off a damn pew talking about Jesus saved me. He ain't done shit. Y'all like there's an article online talking about how black people say God's good all the time. All the fucking time. Like he said. Dylan Ruth shot all them people in that damn North Carolina church. You say God's all right all the time. George Floyd gets asphyxiated, and what's his name? And the dude in Brooklyn, New York. All these people, but y'all still walk around here saying God's good all the time. Black people need to be really critical in their thinking about everything. You need to ask questions. Okay. I got in a conversation about people talking about the Bible. The Bible has been translated, stepped on, reversed, thrown up in the air, put on fire, done all kinds of shit. But black folks has not learned to do things for them. Basic thing my grandmother said, God helps those who help themselves. We ain't trying to help ourselves. We still asking for the same group of motherfuckers. Okay, the same group of motherfuckers that you say are colonizers, oppressors. We still got our hands out to them son bitches. Still do. Fuck them motherfuckers. Yeah, I hope I get. Fuck them putos. Okay? As George Lopez would say, fuck those putos. That's what you need to be saying. They don't need them. They came in a church and blasted parishioners over bullshit. That motherfucker should have never got up out of that shit. They should have chopped that son bitch into pieces. He should never be in jail now. He shouldn't even be breathing. That cop that killed George Floyd, they need to twist his wig. I don't care if it's a million dollar bond. Somebody should be having a lion pit done and take that motherfucker out. Yes, I am of revenge. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I swear on a stack of Bibles, if I was ever in that situation, that's how I operate. So don't go fucking around here. Okay? I am of revenge. I am of not that sitting back, letting somebody do their shit. Law ain't that. Let that motherfucker walk the street. Shit, they should ventilate that motherfucker's head with a sniper rifle. That's how I feel about it all. These motherfuckers don't understand nothing else but cracking skulls and taking names. So, and they always we always sit about here wanna march. I'm sick of the march and shit. Ain't nothing but do increasing the goddamn COVID shit out here. Ain't nothing changed. And all that goddamn marching over the summer, ain't a motherfucking thing changed. Motherfuckers dying of the damn COVID. That's the only damn thing, getting it, increasing the spread. What do? They looking at, you niggas did this shit when they were protesting about Wall Street, and them Wall Street bankers looked at you motherfuckers like y'all crazy. They don't give a fuck about you marching. What them fuckers understand is money, dinero, cash. You better learn how money works, how to make it work in your communities, and fuck all this dumb ass Jesus saves. He ain't saved you black asses yet. You still fucking around talking all this shit about Jesus saved, and nobody saved. Nobody. Y'all still on the lowest economic totem pole because you won't understand the game of finances and all this shit. This is a capitalistic fucking society. If we don't learn to play the game of capitalism, y'all can fucking kiss your ass, put it between your legs, and kiss your ass goodbye. That's what this is. Yo, we can talk all that shit. Capitalism existed before Jesus. They didn't call it capitalism, but it was capitalism. If you don't understand, we talk about always going to money, but they talk about economics in the Bible. Okay? They talk about all that shit. We always choosing that we got to be broke, desolate, and all that shit to get to heaven. Maybe your broke ass maybe not get to heaven because you ain't trying to do nothing. Maybe St. Peter's kick your ass back downstairs and tell you, you got to do this shit over because your ass didn't understand the game of what's going on. I don't know. I'm just saying. I just don't believe just believing is going to get you in the gates of heaven, whatever you think you believe. You're not here just to sit on your ass and believe in Jesus. That's bullshit. If it was that fucking easy, why the fuck would you go to school? Why the fuck would y'all be trying to get a job? Why the fuck would y'all do anything? If Jesus going to save y'all's dumb asses, why do y'all bitch about taxes and the rich and what they got? Okay? Why y'all bitch about that shit? All that kind of shit you bitching up, but you say Jesus or whatever gonna save. See, you're as bad as the people who wrote all these damn things in the Bible. You're tripping over your own shit. But ain't willing to do nothing about it. Just like I said in the beginning about this dumb ass voting shit, this presidential vote, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. We sit up there I'm 61 years old, and in last four, and I just really understood what the fuck the Electoral College really meant. That means we're getting stuck up our ass and not getting kissed. That's what the fuck it means. The American people, we allow these people, and I'm talking about both sides. Yeah, I want to get that fat orange motherfucker out of the Congress, but I want a true election of the people, not an election of electorals. That's bullshit. Who the fuck are the electorals or the electorates? Who, and really, who gives a fuck? It's Biden, all these people, they just the face of them fuckers. And all we doing is sitting there saying that, vote blue, blue, blue. That's bullshit to me. It really is bullshit. And I know people are going to look at this video and say, whoa, why is he like that? Well, because you can't sit back and understand what's going on and then don't say nothing and just accept the bullshit for what it is. I'm calling these niggas out. It's bullshit. The presidential election is bullshit. It's a masked hype to get people to think that they got a say in our democracy. You motherfuckers ain't got a motherfucking thing to say in a democracy. We sit up there, line it up 2, 3, 5, 6 hours to vote for somebody we don't even know, electors. But we got on the ballot Biden, Harris, or whoever the fuck you voting for. And they're not the people that really decide who gets in there. They're just the face. As I've been saying, the power is behind the empire, the king. That's the true power. Y'all better wake the fuck up to what's going on. That's telling you right there, them motherfuckers don't really have a say. They are the face of the true power. If you gotta have something like that to make people think, you know why they let people vote? So they won't burn this bitch down. We need to burn this bitch down in the first place. That's why they let people vote. They let people vote to make them feel comfortable that they have a fucking say in the process of electing our leaders. And in actuality, you motherfuckers don't. You really don't. But we comfortable with the bullshit. It's like we comfortable with it's like being comfortable with an abusive relationship. A lot of y'all fuckers are, because that's all y'all know. And that's all you care to know. To be comfortable with an abusive relationship. And we've been comfortable with an abusive relationship forever, ever since I've been around. When you say this, especially, and I'm tired of elders and black people saying this shit. I'm gonna dispute. I'm gonna have to disrespect you. Them niggas not die for the right to vote. They was never gonna have the true right to vote. If you understand what all this shit about, they never was having the truth. Not even white folks had the real true vote if they weren't on part of the 1%. And in actuality, this ain't even a black and white thing. This is a fucking game, people. It's a motherfucking game. Really, let's really look at it. What this is. It's a goddamn game that people, these powers that be are playing with the people. And to a lot of us wake up to the fact that that's what this shit is, we're going to continue with this political, educational, and spiritual heist. And that's what the fuck it all is. It's a spiritual heist. It's really an insult to a lot of our intelligence. All this so-called suppressing of vote, all that, and these damn media people play the hype because they want to keep their motherfucking jobs. It's all bullshit. Really. I'm about tired of watching MSNBC and everybody because they keep saying bullshit, even on The View, last couple of years. Last year, I got tired of Joy Behar talking about, well, Hillary won the popular vote. Fuck the popular vote. She ain't in the fucking White House. Y'all niggas gotta stop with that bullshit. She ain't sitting in the White House. Who gives a fuck about that? Why do y'all keep bringing up the popular vote like it fucking matters? Do you think Trump is a baby? But Trump ain't that much of a baby, understanding that what gets him in the White House ain't popularity. It's 270. It's a game. It's 270 electoral votes. That ain't the people. That's the electorals that we vote for. That still ain't the people. That's not our saying to the candidate. It's saying to the electoral. So it's still not us. We don't know who the fuck the electorals are. That's my point. Okay, let's quit this shit by word. It's still the people. No, the fuck it ain't. How you gonna say it's the people when it's not towards the people who think they voting for a candidate? Like I said, that's like giving me Coke. That's like giving me Pepsi and I want Coke, and you're not telling me that shit. That's the bullshit I'm talking about. Giving me Sprite and I want 7-Up, and you don't tell me that shit. I can tell the difference, but I'm supposed to accept it because you say fucking so? No. That's the problem. We do this in our education. We do this in religion. We do this in our online network marketing shit. We accept bullshit because motherfuckers say they leaders. Motherfuckers because they make multiple 6 figures and shit, and we're supposed to accept the bullshit because that's what they say? Instead of being critical, but we need to be critical about everything. We should have been more critical about some of the things I went to some of these meetings because they become cults. This is why a lot of people hate certain organizations, because they become, when an organization becomes cultish, it's time to get the fuck out of it. Okay? It's time to get the fuck out of those organizations. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 14 days. Let's don't get in this thing. The poll, the people talk about, well, the polls say this, but don't put any emphasis on the polls. Then why show me the fucking polls if there's no real truth in the polls? I'm a very practical person. If the polls don't mean shit, don't talk about the motherfucking polls. Okay? I don't give a fuck about no polls. Tell them the polls don't mean shit. But then y'all still sitting there talking about the polls. It's all become propaganda, entertainment, and bullshit. All this shit. All of it. On both sides. They are playing the American people like a fiddle, and you motherfuckers, we let them, a lot of y'all sit there and let them niggas do that shit. You know, right? I call them niggas. Ain't got nothing to do with color, race, or nothing. It's got to do how ignorant some bitches are. And we sit there and let this shit happen. We deserve whatever comes down the pipe. Yeah, I want the orange nigga to get out. Don't get me wrong. Okay? I wouldn't put up with that shit that's threatening my family. Fuck that motherfucker. The presidency. Fuck the office of the presidency. I threaten that motherfucker back. You better shut your motherfucking mouth. See, y'all scared of that. And some of you white folks, y'all got misplaced loyalty to bullshit. Some of y'all, I see here, some of y'all talk about fucking freedoms and shit. All y'all's loyalty is so fucking misplaced because you got the complexion, the protection of the complexion type shit. It's still misplaced. The protection of the complexion don't mean shit. You ain't got the protection of the money. It's all about money, people. I don't care what y'all talk about. Money. Money is what runs all this shit. I don't know what Ice Cube was saying, but that's not gonna change nothing. He could talk about what his contract with whatever. They break contracts every fucking day. They tear up in bullshit contracts every fucking day. Contract don't mean shit. Okay? If you don't have a say so political or influence like some mob guys do or whatever, if you don't have that kind of shit, they don't mean nothing. They look at y'all like, they don't control shit. Yeah, he may be wealthy, but he ain't rich. Compared to the motherfuckers that are controlling all this shit, that have to say so, he's like a damn pimp on somebody's ass. Okay? I'm not saying this wasn't a good idea to do what he's doing, but you talking to the wrong motherfuckers. You can't, the time for talking is over. Okay? We've been talking, marching, marching for at least the 61 years I've been around here. That's all the fuck black folks have been doing. Either you better be ready to go to fucking war, or you better learn how to play the system to your own advantage. Those are two things y'all got going. You're gonna have to either you better ready to be lock and load or learn to play the system for what it is. That's it. Ain't no in between for nothing. Either lock and load or play the system the way it should be played. That's it. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. You gonna have to learn to play the game, economic game, like the rest of these rich goon motherfuckers do. And say, I ain't nobody. I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen to me. I see some of y'all popping in and out of here. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't really give a shit. But I just see some stuff. Just all the time we hear all this shit about, oh, we got a blue wave and this. And, man, fuck that. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Y'all talk that shit with Hillary and look what the fuck happened. Everybody tripping over their swang over this shit. Because really, don't know none of y'all know what the fuck is going on. And this COVID shit, something's happening. There's American Geographic, some Geographics coming on November 1st. And it's about people who chase viruses. Okay? It's something to watch. I'm going to watch it because my whole take on this damn COVID thing is real bullshit. The two things I believe that has happened, either they were fucking around with some kind of viruses, which makes sense because government, they always fucking around with something all the time. And they were doing something and it's something fucked up. Escaped out. That's the only thing. Or they initially did this shit on purpose. Okay, once the Pacific trade deal went to trade with China, kind of went to den, China got pissed off. They was losing money. Y'all don't remember that, do you? See, there's little things, there are backstories that cause a lot of things that happen now. That's all it is. Until we start understanding that, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I've been on here 30 minutes. Didn't mean to be on here that long. But, we need to, this last 14 days, we need to really consider what's going on and stop putting our head in the sand about we got to say so in this fucking presidential election. All we doing is blowing smoke up the ass of people thinking we got something to say. We ain't got a motherfucking thing to say, but we voting the same bullshit, the same way, no matter who gets in office. Okay? Yeah, I said I want to get that nigga out of office. But it's the way we do this shit that I totally disagree with. With that being said, hope you got value. I know I piss off some people that motherfucking don't bother me. I piss off a lot of people. If you like to follow me, follow what I said and be on my email list. My email list here, gregory.online. This Sunday coming up, we got a special guest on my Sunset Sunday show. Me and my business partner, Kent Robertson, we're going to do an interview with a top earner in the online network marketing. Video marketing is his specialty. Multiple six-figure earner Mark Harbert will be guest panelist with me and Kent on this Sunday at 7 o'clock. So stay tuned. You'll see more stuff that's going to be coming out, posted online in the rest of the week. All right, folks. Take care. Be smarter. Do better. And we'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Later.